are going to be doing a what's in, what's out regarding the designer shoe trends for 2023. Alright? Now, don't worry, because when I'm talking about what's out, this isn't necessarily like, oh my gosh, this is a horrendous fashion faux pas, how very dare you wear these hanging from your ankles in this year of 2023. This is basically, what are we seeing less of in the on the runways, and what have we seen take the place of those sort of trends for this year. Kicking it off with the sort of run-of-the-mill standard block heel. We seem to be pushing the boundaries, okay? Maybe we want something a little bit more interesting, because sculptural heels are where it is at. We are seeing these in a different variety of ways, right? And what I like about a lot of the trends that we're talking about today is that you can really go hard or go home with them and really make a statement, or you can dip your toe, just do a little something, be a part of the trend without having to full-blown it right to the ends of the earth, if you know what I mean. I also feel like this really ties in with that trend of novelty that we are seeing really overarch across product categories this year. So, some examples for you. Tega has this very simple looking, unassuming pump with a wedge, but it looks like half of it's been cut out. Very much business at the front, maybe a little bit of a shindig at the back. These Tom Fords that I got recently are a perfect example, right? You would be expecting a full-on wedge happening here. Nice little close off. But no, it's half cut out. It's also done in this metallic sort of material. I've got no idea what that is, right? I don't know. It's like a bit of an optical illusion in an odd way. Sculpture. Ferragamo is doing this in like an oddly minimal way. The way it's been executed is really quite interesting, because the front of it is very minimal. Even the sculpture of the heel, which is a take on their logo, is interesting, but also, again, it doesn't look too much, it doesn't look too statementy. It's not like, oh my gosh, I've got to really simplify the outfit so that the shoes can sing, otherwise it's going to be too much. Even Kate is doing this in like a very minimal way, with just the angle of the heel that they've used in some of their shoes. If we're looking at this from the perspective of flats, Hermes has done these flat forms that just, you know, completely look like they've been gutted. So lots of different brands are interpreting this in different ways. Now, don't be horrified at what I'm going to say next, okay? Because I'm going to tell you that a certain type of shoe is out. Don't just like prepare yourself mentally. I'm going to give you a moment. Loafers. Okay, loafers are never really out. Calm down, don't worry, right? They're a very classic shoe style. But we really saw a lot of loafers last year. The Prada loafers were really hot, the Chanel loafers were really hot. We're not really seeing them too much in these runways. And again, you don't have to live your life based on these trends. I just personally think it's interesting. You can dip your toe in some, you can say I'm good with others. But what we are seeing take their place are ballet flats, yes, okay? Our obsession with Swan Lake, Black Swan, first, second, third position pirouette is going hard, and we know the most popular ones thus far have been the Miu Miu ones in a satin, and then you've just got that little sort of elastic strap at the front with the Miu Miu logo coming in a range of colours. But lots of other brands are hopping on this train as well. Simone Rocha, I feel like this sort of vibe and style is very much at the core part of her brand, which is all like very feminine and ruffles and, you know, princessy and girly. And so this completely makes sense. Tod's is doing these in leather with their like signature little heel sole grips that come on all of their driving shoes. MM6 is doing these, but in a way that looks like there's a toe box, right? So look, I don't know all of my like special words for ballet, but these are the ones that you use to get on point, right? So there's that like, it looks square as opposed to the usual ballet flat, which you know is a little round toe. The man in everybody's mouth this year, J.W. Anderson, for his own brand is doing these in leather with like some very odd little dolphin prints, a pair that's completely crystallized. Sandy Liang as well. Across the brands, if you are a ballet flat girl, now is your chance to shine. Cast your minds back. Do you remember, I want to say like 2017, 2018, we were loving a sock boot. I would say that their successor for 2023 is the Fishnet Boot. Yes, I've talked about these before. I've talked about the Chanel ones specifically a lot. I think those are going to be extremely popular, right? I'm calling it now. But a lot of other brands are also doing the same thing. So I wanted to give you those examples as well. Stella McCartney is doing these in a number of different flesh skin tones, ankle length, over the knee, whatever. And it's also slightly bigger fishnets. Ballet is doing this in a really nice way, and I love the way that they styled it because they did this sort of maxi skirt that had a long slit up the side, revealing these thigh-high fishnet boots. I don't know, I really liked it because it was sexy, but it was chic and stylish and timeless, and oh my gosh, if I saw this woman walking down the street, I would applaud. I would just be like, give us a strut. Wiggle those hips, madam, kill it. The Ballet pair also had a PVC mule sort of like integrated in them for structural integrity. I like that. Jonathan Simkai is doing these in a bit more of a structured way, not necessarily as like close to the skin, but again, you're seeing that sort of laser cut out fishnet-esque leather boot. I'm going to bundle this in with this trend because it doesn't fit anywhere else, so just go with me, please. So PVC is also a huge trend for spring summer 2023. You either love it or you hate it. You either can deal with the fact that the front of the shoe might fog up with condensation from your toe. It's gross. It is. Nonetheless, we're here. Valentino is doing their extremely popular Tango platform in PVC with a little bit of like leather trims. I absolutely love these. I would not go for a PVC version, but that's just me. The jelly shoes are back. I'm sorry to report. Do you want to know what? They had a weird comeback in like 2016 as well, and thankfully it was short-lived because I don't know which adults need to be clip-clopping. They've got a sound. They've got a sound that as soon as you hit the floor, you know that person's wearing a jelly shoe, right? And then you expect the person that comes through the door to be a toddler, and they're not. And then it's just, I can't do it. I can't do a jelly shoe. Loewe is doing these. I really shouldn't be biased in these, but just forgive me. Loewe is doing these. Coach is doing a lot of jelly shoes. It's just like, you know, I used to have jelly shoes when I was 4. I can proudly say there has been no moment in my adult life that I've gone, oh, I wish I was in a jelly shoe. No. Next trend I spoke about in a recent video, and we really were on that ugly dad sneaker train for a while there. I really think that we pulled back, we became very minimal, very like, you know, simple, clean lines when it came to sneakers and more, you know, sort of casual shoes, and now we are back in on chunk, but in a different way. So we are seeing this in sneakers, in skate shoes. Like I've said, they're going to be big. They are being big. Amiri MA1 sneakers, the new Dior men's collection. But in other casual shoes, we are seeing the chunk as well. Etros, clogs, the clogs are around. Ports 1961 as well, cloggy vibes. Also in boots, right? Stompers. The Louis Vuitton Archlight boot versions, again, that's almost like, they're chunky looking. Miu Miu also has a pair of like buckled biker boots that, whilst not my style, are gaining a bit of traction, and people are wearing those like super like cute feminine dresses, juxtaposition, all of that. Paco Rabanne sent a lot of very like chunky, hardware heavy boots down the runway. Another trend, because I'm cheating again, that I think is sort of adjacent to this trend is the inflatable trend, right? How are we seeing this? What do you mean, Cassie? I mean shoes that look like you're walking on a pool floaty. Loewe, once again, basically had what looked like those little pumps that your Barbie used to wear, not the mules were very chic, the little pumps that your Barbie used to wear, inflatable, right? They look, the proportions of it look odd. Those are happening. JW Anderson is doing slides where like the side of the slide is wider than the foot, so you get that sort of inflated aspect of it. Stella McCartney, same thing. Sandals that sort of overshot the sides of the shoe. Tiny little life rafts for your feet. Fendi with their sort of wedge mules for their spring summer 2023 collection. The wedge of it looks like it's made out of foam. One of my intrusive thoughts is just like, bite it. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but it just looks foamy and delicious. Brenza Schooler, also with the inflatable trend. And whilst the casual shoes are giving chunk, On the opposite side, heels that are barely there. I don't have an out for this, right? The next two trends I don't really have an out for because I don't think that they would necessarily replace anything. So just go with me. These sort of like strappy little, dainty little stilettos. One brand that is already doing a lot of these, I think theirs particularly are going to be very popular, is Saint Laurent. Even they did like one with like crisscross, skinny little crystal straps. Very dainty, very ethereal looking. Alessandra Rich also sent a lot of these down the runway. Keep your eyes open for those. We are in Mary Jane Mayhem, we truly are. Those little ankle strap, school appropriate, prefect looking, teacher's pet shoes that haunted the majority of our childhoods, I would feel. But nonetheless, they are really ruling the roost when it comes to shoe trends. Coach sent a lot of these down the runway. Prada as well, leather versions, very simple, very reminiscent of the shoes that you used to wear to school. Sport Max as well. But then you've also got brands like Versace, which is giving very sort of bad girl chic. Platform versions, lots of Mary Jane little ankle straps across the front there. She looks like she's constantly in detention, but also very talented in art. Don't ask me why, I'm just saying what comes out of my mouth. What do you think of these trends? I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.